Yo, what's good, everybody? Hope you all are doing well today on this Sunday, August 3rd. Now, officially 3 days into the new month, back half of 2025. Fall is approaching, at least for those of us who experienced a lot of heat during the summer, these 90s at least. But as always, hope you, your family, friends, loved ones, all that are doing well today. Hope you all had a safe and humbling weekend so far, as we're getting ready to prepare for a new week, new Monday through Sunday, next several days here. And as always, looking to push for some wins. Let me adjust the stuff here. But yeah, like I said, definitely hope everybody's doing well today. Pushing for some wins. I want to say no wins yesterday for myself. As I always say, go follow me over on Twitter or X at Vortex46 for all of my picks, or at least most of my picks. I do have a few. I don't have any player props as of yet. Gonna look to try to do some of those, maybe just like 2 or 3 picks. Gonna bet small today because it's Sunday. We don't know what's gonna happen. Really, just being honest. Sundays can be mostly low days, betting days, and yeah, some batters may not even play full games, all like that. So, they may only bat 2 times, 3 times in a game on a Sunday. And as always, you definitely want to look at some of the batters at the back half of the order, just because those batters usually, a lot of times on Sundays, hit a lot of home runs, get a lot of HRRs, total bases and stuff. While, like I said, usually the top name batters usually don't hardly do much on a Sunday. It just depends. Again, just depends on the situation, the team, and all of that. But yeah, I got a couple of tickets that are team props, specifically for today so far, that I just looked at. I was like, this is what I'm going to be looking to do. This type of ticket that I put last night did not cash. I personally just wasn't really sure about the Athletics. Should have went with the Diamondbacks. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't really sure about the Athletics just because of the pitcher. So it was just like, it was either I go with the Athletics or I go with Arizona, and I went with the Athletics. I should have went with Arizona to get 6 runs. They got 7 or something like that, maybe 8. And the White Sox one didn't go the way that I wanted. That one finished off with a 1-0 win for the White Sox. And let me double check because I can't remember off the top of my head. I believe the Atlanta game, just looking at this now. Oh yeah, I forgot about oh, okay, so they must have suspended the Speedway game last night. Cincinnati's up 1-0, so maybe they're continuing that today. The Atlanta game, what was it, yesterday? Oh, wait, sorry. The Atlanta game didn't even go. I'm looking right at it, like just talking about it. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't even know how many innings it went or anything. So maybe it was due to weather in Cincinnati or something. So yeah, either way, this ticket did not cash. Either way, it doesn't even matter. But as far as today is concerned, I have this one. I thought I posted another one. I thought I did. But I definitely have 2 tickets, team props. So this one is for all 3 of these teams to score 3 runs first. Decided to go with something a little different. This is sort of kind of like a tester ticket, but it's placed over on FanDuel. Put $1 down and 5 cents to get back $18 and some change. This is a plus. What is it? A plus 1678. Just per the data, per what I was looking at, per the teams, each of the teams, what they were doing, plus the pitching. We'll see what happens. Personally, We'll see what happens. Especially the first game, because the first game, like I usually try my best not to take the first game of anything that is like 4 or 5 hours ahead of the other ones and place it on a ticket. But what I'm probably going to do is go back in, because this is what I was thinking. Redoing this whole ticket, but swapping the Astros for the Red Sox, because either way, for both pitchers, both are looking like anything can happen within, the several innings before the game gets close to finishing. I forgot to pull up outlier here. But like I said, I just personally feel like either way for the first game, either team can get 3 runs within the first maybe 5 or 6 innings, something like that. Even though the Astros pitcher, I believe he's a lefty. Boston, I think they struggle against lefties. Give me 1 second. I think I can. Pitcher starts with an S, and I can't remember off the top of my head. Like, yes, I use Prop Finder. Yes, I use Outlier, but I use a couple other stuff just in case. So, Valdez, yeah. So, Valdez, he only allows 3 runs per what he does compared to Giolito. He allows 4 runs, right? So, I kind of just figure like Houston can probably get 3 runs first before Boston can. So that's just kind of my thing here. So that's just like the main reason why I decided to go with Houston. But again, I feel like anything can happen. I'm probably going to go back in just before the game starts, redo the ticket one more time, and just swap Houston for Boston. But the other ones, I still feel good enough about with. But I'm still kind of questioning my pick for the Mets, because I still kind of believe that the Giants can also do the same, get 3 runs before the Mets do. Let's look at the Mets real quick, or just in general, just the game in its general. Montez, he's 3-1, but he allows just shy of 6 runs. He allows 5.4 runs, while Wisenhunt, who has pitched but hasn't really pitched right, he allows 7. So it's just like you kind of like picking which one you really want to go with. Yes, you can go with Wisenhunt because he allows so many runs, right? Yes. I even considered taking, I think I did take the Mets for, I think it was 5 runs or something like that today on one of my other tickets in this game. But then again, I may have went with the Giants if I remember correctly. But like I said, I thought I posted that other ticket, but maybe I did not. So actually, no, this game is not on this game is not on that ticket. So that answers my question. So yeah, like I said, just going with some team stuff. But that's that. Okay, Baltimore just updated. Let's see if they have anything on the weak spot. Now, I will say, per yesterday's stream, per the Pirates game, the one kid, the young man, he was batting first. I forgot his last name. He was in the weak spot as of yesterday. Looked right at him, looked at his stuff, and I was like, I ain't putting him on a ticket. He went out there and hit 3 home runs yesterday. I'm upset. The data was right there, and I didn't take it. So, so Gunner's in a weak spot. Dylan, because I spit hot fire. And Kobe Mayo. See, Mayo will come out here and do this. Look at this. He will come out here and hit a home run. That's the thing. Mayo will hit a home run. What's good, fam? How you? Hope you're doing well today. I know we chatted like earlier in the morning over the phone. But we trying to prepare for hopefully some wins today. Hopefully, right? Oh shoot, let me hurry up too, because that's the first game's about to start. Let me hurry up, because I definitely have a pick that I want to put in for a player prop. It's Pena, because he actually looks good. He's not in the weak spot. Right, I looked at this stuff earlier this morning. I want to take him for 3 total bases for that's just what I want to do. Okay, so Jesus, and I was looking at because I was looking at the first game, and I seen this stuff, and I was like, okay, cool. These cats are in the weak spot. Wrong. Excuse me. Excuse me. So let's see. It's opinion. He's batting first. Once again, he actually has great numbers against Lucas with 2 baggers in 14 pitches, 3 hits out of 4 at bats. He bats well against righties. And actually Lucas pitches well against righties, right? He did get 3 total bases yesterday, but again, like I said, I kind of feel like he can do it again. He actually bats well against the 4-seam and the slider, which Lucas throws. Well, actually, sorry. He has a good batting average against the slider, but he kind of struggles, right? His ISO is like down. But his line drive is 33%, which is great. He's green away during the day. 3-5 in the month of August so far, but he struggles on Sundays. Just shy of 700 on the OPS, which is still, I personally, you round that off, that's 700, right? He bats well enough versus righties with an 861 OPS, and then he bats great batting first, where he bats the most with a 946 OPS, and 46 is my favorite number. So I personally believe that he can get 2 total bases, but I really feel like I need to put him down for 3 of them things. So let me see. Let me log back into FanDuel. Because I'm probably just going to do, because like I keep saying, guys, I, do want to do parlays. But again, usually, like I said, today, one of those days where I was like, I'm going to do like 5 leg. I even have another 6 leg. But it's just me just like, okay, this is going to be something new that I decided to do per this ticket. So I just decided to go on ahead and do something a little different for today. Because I thought I shared. No, that's that one. Give me one moment, because I guess because I went out and did some things that I needed to do personally this morning. And I'm going to post this ticket here now because I want to try something different here, right? Let's see, first 5 innings under. Like I said, I don't normally do these type of tickets often. I'm more than likely gonna do one of these tickets like once or twice a week type of thing, because I'm sticking to 2 to 4 legs in general. That's just what is more the best route. And of course, doing single bets, because single bets is where your real success is going to come from. Because at the end of the day, you're relying on one team, one. No, I was gonna do. I mean, you can if you want. I might do it, but I was thinking total bases. But refreshing this, here's my other ticket that I forgot to post. I thought I posted it, but I didn't. This one. This was a 2, 4, 6 leg. All these games in the first 5 innings to go under 6 to roughly 5 runs. This is going to be a still at the end of the day. This is a big risk. Again, I only put it all down to get back $10.70. But per the data, per the info in front of me, I said, let's try this out. I haven't done something like this yet all season. Let me try this out. So this is a tester pick here. If anything, what I would more than likely do is probably take the minus 200s and just put them on a slip that's a 3-leg. It'll probably maybe get me back like a plus 200 or something like that. Maybe a little closer to 300 type of thing, and just throw like a couple of bucks on it and get back a few bucks back type of thing. That's what normally I would do. But I said, let me do this 6-leg. You can still do that if you want. If you want to take the minus 200, minus 240, minus 260, and maybe even do the minus 188s, just to kind of give you a little bit extra positive profit back. Throw a, like I said, but again, the minus 200s, put that down. Throw, if you want to, if you have $20, put $20 on it. See if it'll cash. You know, something much more smaller. But that's that other ticket. All right, Pena. Per his data, whenever he does last 10 games, whenever he does get another 2 total base or more, he does it the very next game. That's per possible a trend, right? His HRRs are still similar in the sense that whenever he does get sort of similar a little bit. He did it one time back in June, where when he got 3, he had 3 or more the very next game. So that could possibly be a trend. But again, like I said, per his total bases looks a little bit better. And again, per his splits, he's doing it outside of Sundays. He handles business outside of Sundays. That's pretty much that. So let me look at his total bases on FanDuel, because that's pretty much what I'm going to put the bet in. It's going to be a single bet, more than likely, because it's the very first game. I feel more comfortable just doing it this way, and then I'll probably do like a 2 or 3 leg parlay for the game in general, because again, Pena's back. He decided to whoa. He decided to do something. So hopefully, even though it's a Sunday, the hope is that he does it again and gets 3 total bases today. Now we can look at Lucas. He allows hits, roughly, basically 5. He pitches well against both batters. He gets strikeouts, so this is going to be a gamble either way. And per his stuff, he does not allow too many hits, whether it's versus lefties or righties. So again, this is a gamble. Again, there's a reason why I did what I did with my picks, because of the pitching matchups, because I kind of personally feel like, it's Sunday. These pitchers may go out here, and it could be especially a lot of early games, or most of the time early games are not most of the time not high scoring games. It's usually like the later games, like the 1 o'clocks, the 4 o'clocks, and even the evening games is really where stuff where it picks up. Okay, so this is good. Pena has the lowest value for 3+ total bases. His is a plus 195. So I'm going to take that. Of course, you put $10 down, you get back $19 and some change. So, and it just boosted up to plus 200. So I'll take that. I will gladly take that, son. It literally boosted up to plus 200, so that's great. So it's either it's going to cash or it's not. We'll see what happens. All right. So per the data, like I always say, like even more recently, when you're really looking at it, what you could do is just take the batters that are in the weak spot and put them all on the ticket for, say, 2 HRRs, which I'm probably possibly going to do right now. You probably do that. But also to consider the batters, like I said, the one batter that actually looks good is Rafaela, right? One main reason that I looked at him is because of his OPS is a 777, is a triple number. Again, he hasn't done anything, but he's green against Fromber. He struggling though, but he did have 4 TBs yesterday. He had 2 hits, and his HRs was 3. So I would possibly consider putting him down, taking him for 2. He, per the pitch mix, he's hitting the pitch mix really well. Line drive is 20, which is good. He does hit lefties, more recently at least. But even prior, when you're looking at June, he was hitting lefties too. So his numbers are down pretty much as far as July is concerned. But he's green at home, green during the day, 50-50 in the month of August. But he bats really great on Sundays with a 933 OPS. And versus lefties, he's 50-50. Still, OPS is good at 745. And batting 6, he bats well enough. 444 slug with a 777 OPS. So that's what I was saying. Like, when I looked at him earlier, I was like, oh, actually, your boy looks good. He's at the bottom of the back half. He's batting 6. Let me see. But we could look at... Oh. And I had the... the ticket didn't work out either way. I had Roman Anthony down. Rami Gonzalez handled business. Why? Because he not only went yard, he had 6 total bases and 5 HRs. So he did his job. And I really should have put him down. But he's still looking good today, right? He's been hitting the ball versus lefties. His line drive is 20, which is great. So you could possibly consider taking him, which I'm probably going to do. Home games, day games are great, right? His OPS during the day is really great, 1.10. August, he's handling the business with 2 hits out of 6 at bats. Everything is positive with a 1.33 OPS. Sundays, he bats well. He doesn't bat as great as he did yesterday, but I still feel like he can maybe get 2 HRRs. But he bats really well. Much better actually against lefties compared to righties with a 1.07 OPS. So for me, looking at this info, I personally would automatically take him for 2 HRRs. So I'm going to take him for sure. Let's look at Jose. He's struggling. He has a positive outside of his batting average against Lucas. But again, he's struggling to get anything currently. But he's batting sort of kind of well against the pitch mix. Line drive is good. Sort of kind of hitting the ball. Right? Like, sort of kind of. And he struggles away. Bats well during the day. Struggling on in the month of August because he only has 1 hit. 50-50 on Sundays. His slug is low. And he bats well against righties. 809 OPS. And he struggles batting second, where he bats second the most. Actually, no. Yeah, second the most. No, third the most, because he bats first, second the most, but he bats the most batting third. Okay. So I may not take him. Let's look at Jesus here. He's 0-3 in 9 pitches against Lucas. Oops. I was going to say he doesn't have any HRR, but he does have some HRR. Whenever he does get HRR, he's averaging 2. He only hits the slider, which Lucas throws 17% at a time. His line drive is still good. Okay. He's been getting under the ball. Like the exit velocity, he's been getting under the ball. He's that. But he's struggling during the day and away. He's batting good against righties, 809 OPS, and he bats great batting third. 3 hits out of 5 at bats, 1.20 OPS. It's just that his slug and his average is the same. It's right in the middle. Carlos, second time at bat. He had 2 total bases last night, 4 HRRs. He bats positively against Lucas. This is already looking like a spot for me right now, for me to take him possibly. He's struggling against both the four seam and the slider. He hits the changeup though. His line drive is 60%, so it's still looking like a good spot for me to take. I'm trying to hurry up because this game's about to start. He bats well, batting fourth. A17 OPS. Okay. So automatically, Rami Gonzalez and Carlos Carrera look definite. And I'm trying to find... If anything, I would probably take... Maybe I'll just do those two. Maybe I'll just do Rami and... Yeah, I'll just do that. Let me see. So I'm gonna log in. No, you know what? I'll do it on FanDuel because I think I'm still logged in. I think I am. Because FanDuel definitely should have the HRRs open. So what I'll do is I'll put them both down for 3. That way it'll be just 3 HRRs, real simple, and hope for the best. So Carrera is a plus 130 for 3 HRRs. So then that means Gonzalez is a plus 190 for 3 HRRs. So we'll just do that. That's a plus 494. I'm just going to push it to the 5. There we go. And that'll be the slip. And this might be really the only pick that I put in for the game, more than likely. Just because the hope is that this hits. I'm just sharing it in the, like I said, trying my best to remember to just share the pick as soon as I put it in. So that way I don't forget, because I will forget. I'm old. I'm forgetful sometimes. Like how you get up, you're thinking of something before you leave your room or the room that you're in, and you get up, you go in the space that you were walking towards, and you forget what you went in the room for. Like, yeah, that cheese. It's like, dude, happens more often than not. I'm like, dog, like this needs to stop. Okay. And then I'm gonna post this on Twitter. Like I said, I don't post all of my picks, just a few. And they're either gonna hit or they won't. Like I said, I went 2 weeks without winning any. Like there were like maybe like 3 or 4 days out of the 2 weeks where I hit on one ticket, but I wasn't hitting like 3 or 4 tickets, and it was just like, man, like just can't find. You know, the reads are there. A lot of those picks was missing by one. Like one of the batters just didn't do anything. Or teams just didn't do anything. It's just like, what can you do? You know, what can you do? Oh, didn't mean to do that. Like just as the game's getting ready to start, this is just being posted. In hopes that Nani oh, work. One of my friends, their son is in baseball. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Boom. And just when the game's starting. Let's see what happens with that. All right, we're moving on. I'm going to try to be a little bit more quicker because the last couple of streams, I was streaming a lot. I'm like, man, I just want to just usually do my normal hour and a half stream and just walk away from the table, hope for the best, you know? All right. So Will Smith, my homie, even though he don't know me, has let me down every time that I've been putting him on the ticket. He's in the weak spot again today. His OPS is great. His average and slug is great. His ISO is great. He's batting fourth. Ah, man. Third best OPS spot per the batting order for Joe. Okay, Joe is pitching. He struggles against lefties and righties. He doesn't allow a lot of hits, though. Now, he did allow 4 hits a couple of days ago. He's getting strikeouts, though. That's the thing we got to consider. Pitch mix is down. Joe, let me look at him again. Let me see. Is he pitching a lot? It doesn't say. Oh, no, it can tell me here. 22 innings pitched. So he doesn't pitch about 4. He's averaging 4 innings, roughly 4. Okay. But most of his stuff is being allowed to lefties. So if anything, you would consider Freddie, Shohei, Tawny, if anything. Because Shohei might go. I think, I could be wrong. I think Shohei has gone on Sundays a lot over the course of the last couple of months. Let me look at this real quick. Let me try to confirm this for him. So today is the 3rd, right? So the last Sunday was the 27th. He did not go. Okay. He had 2 hits that day, though. And then the Sunday prior, this is the type of stuff that I do when I'm looking at data. I'd be like, well, what did they do on the day? What did they do the last few days, the last specific days that they're pitching or batting? This is what I do personally. So then the 20th, he did go. He did get a home run. And then the 13th, he did not go. So it's like every other Sunday he goes. Sort of, kind of, right? And then the 6th, on the 6th, it doesn't say here. Well, actually, no. Here, it's not showing it. But on the 6th, he did not go. He had no hits versus Houston. Okay, so it's like, it's sort of kind of like Shohei's going like almost every other Sunday. So there's that info. But he bats well against the pitch mix. Line drive is great. It's something I would consider for him for like HRRs and total bases. More so HRRs than anything. Now he's usually when he gets total bases, for the most part, he's getting 4. Like that's the only reason why he's getting 4 is simply because he's hitting home runs. So that's the only reason why. HRR is the same thing. So I would personally take him for maybe like 3 HRRs today. Green during the day and away. He's 50-50 on the month of August. He bats great on Sundays, 890 OPS. He bats great versus righties, 1.02 OPS. Batting first, great, 983 OPS. So it's like he's an automatic HRR for me personally. Maybe even going yard. Brandon is in the weak spot. Brandon's back officially, right? Now, remember what I said it yesterday. You have random. I said it in the stream yesterday with the Pirate player. I was like, yeah, like this kid's new to me. He's a new face to me, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, his info saying that he's batted a few times, but I don't remember seeing him in the games. I was like, yeah, like the young man, he's batting first. He's in the weak spot. He just might go yard. I didn't take him, and I should have. And he went out there and hit 3 home runs. So same thing. Hunter, he's a new face for me. He's 0-3, batting fifth spot. Batting ninth, excuse me. No. What am I saying? He's batting 6, actually. They don't have any info. So this is his first time batting 6. Per the info, it's still great. .833 OPS. Let's look at Hunter. No info home run wise. No info. He's only batted once. It was yesterday. So no info. Like none. None. But again, he probably is going to hit a home run today. I'm just throwing it out there. Do they have any info on his home run stuff? Let's see. Because I can't even remember what the kids' info for the Pirate yesterday. So his is what? He doesn't have anything. Nothing. Yet he's on the screen. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. So he's a plus 900 over on BetMGM. That's actually great. Because, again, he will either hit a home run, get some total bases, get HRRs, or just do nothing at all. It's one of those few things that he's going to do. So either he's going to get 1 or 2 total bases or more, 1 or 2 or more HRRs, a home run or 2, maybe 3, or just do absolutely nothing at all. I'm just putting that on the table for you. Just saying. He's facing off against Yamamoto, who averages just shy of 5 hits, 4.4. He struggles against lefties, which Hunter is a lefty. So just putting it on the table that, yeah, Hunter might read one of Yamamoto's pitches and hit that out the park. But me, knowing me, I'm not going to take him. I'm just going to just like, not that. I should take that plus 900. I really should. So Will Smith. That's Cat. He's 3 straight games of 2 total bases. 3 straight games of 2 or more HRRs. He's a righty, which Joe struggles against. Will Smith hits the slider the most, but he still hits the fastball. His line drive sucks, but he's still been hitting the ball against righties last week or so. And as always, he's green. Green away, green during the day, green in the month of August. Sundays, green. Versus righties, green. Batting fourth, green. Like all across the board. This is what we were looking at the last couple of weeks. And he just finally started to start picking it up. Has he had 4 straight games of 4 HRRs in the last 20 games? Yes, he has. That was back at the beginning of July. Per his numbers, they're down, right? He's only had 1 game. Well, technically, he's only had 1 game where he's had 2 HRs. The beginning of the month, last month, on the first, he had 3. So the second day, he had 4. I personally, if I were you, I would possibly take him for 3. So take him for 3, and then maybe, because again Brandon's in the weak spot, put him down for 3 as well. Now again, Yamamoto, he struggles against lefties, right? And Brandon, he loves hitting the fastball. He struggles against the slider, and he's 50-50 against the curveball. And he's struggling in the month of August with 1 hit. Sundays, though, technically, his only day that he struggles is yesterday. And he bats really well against righties, and he bats well batting second. So, if anything, for sure, I would consider Will Smith. But let's look at Mike. Again, for 3 HRRs, Will Smith for 3. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm saying. Like, the thing about the Dodgers is that they, like, yes, when they score, but when they don't, they don't. And when you're really looking at their stuff, they haven't been able to really do much. Let me see. Okay, the first game started. Sanchez got a hit. He has two total bases, so missed opportunity. Pena looks like I think he must have grounded out or something. So Red Sox are up next. But per the Dodgers, per their stuff, so the last 10 games, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They are 5-5 the last 10. They're doing better. They're 3-2 the last 5. They've been able to score 5 runs the last 5 3 times. Or at least 4. So they're sort of kind of looking a little bit better. But I don't know. Let's look at Junior here. He went yard yesterday. 4 and 3. He's hitting the sinker, but he's not throwing it that much. Or the slider. He does that, but he's not hitting the fastball that well. Okay. He's green during the day and at home. 50-50 on Sundays. Green versus righties. Green batting third. I guess right there, he just hasn't been able to read the ball. So let's look at Yandy. Yandy went yard twice yesterday. Random, right? I don't even think he was in the weak spot, if I remember correctly. I don't think he was. He hits the fastball. He doesn't like the sinker, though. He likes the slider, but he doesn't throw that much. So more so, and he does hit the splitter. So he can hit the four seam in the splitter. That's good. He's hitting righties. Green, like super green on August. He's just been doing his thing. Sundays he's green, just shy of 800 on his OPS. On Sundays he bats same thing with versus righties. So he's there. Like Yandy's just like sort of kind of like an automatic for like say two HRRs, at least 2 HRRs at least. So I again probably would more likely say Will Smith, Brandon and Yandy, probably, and I guess maybe Freddie. I mean, you could probably put Ohtani on there too, or just I'm just thinking of it like a 4-leg ticket. Green, super green in the month of August so far. He's green on Sundays, green versus righties, super green batting third. So per the ticket that I'm about to put in right now, like I said, I'm trying to just put this in. Move on to the next game. Because look at that, I've already been streaming for almost 50 minutes. And I've only touched on 2 games. Trying to be quicker. I'm not trying to waste time. Okay. So I'll do a 4-leg, 2 HRRs. I'll do Freddie Freeman, Will Smith. Okay. Brandon, I'll do 2. He's a plus 110. And Yandy, minus 135. I'll just do that. That's a plus 650 on DraftKings. We'll just do that. in hopes that they go out here and get the job done, baby. Oh shoot. Duh, I gotta first share the pick online first or on DraftKings before I can even you know, share the links. Just hoping for the best, baby. Okay. Posted it on Twitter. What is this? Dodgers, Rays. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope that the Rays can step it up. All right, next up, Milwaukee. Brewers have been doing their thing, right? The question becomes, can they score 4, 5, 6 runs again today? They've literally just been doing the thing. Like literally. Okay, Boston got out. Did somebody hit a triple or something? Okay, so Roman grounded out. Rob got a hit. He got a hit. Okay. And you know what I forgot to do? Because I forgot. I was talking so much. I forgot to redo that ticket that I was talking about. I forgot to do the what is it? I forgot to do the race to 3. I forgot to go back in and do this ticket. I was in the middle of talking. I forgot to do it. My bad. Okay, so Boston somebody got him out. Something happened. Because like I said, you don't know what's going to happen between the bottom of the first and the fifth. You never know what's going to happen for the first five innings. You just don't. Because a lot of stuff really does happen in the beginning of the games. And then even more stuff happens in the back end of the games. So Milwaukee, they're facing off against Brad Lord. So they've had, literally guys, they've had, over the last 5 games alone, they scored 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 4 out of the last 5 games, they scored 4 runs or more. Over the last 5 games. They had 8 last night, 16 the night before. They lost to the Cubs and only scored 3. But they beat the Cubs 9-3. And then in the second game, and then in the first game, they beat the Cubs 8-4. So, yeah, they're on a spot here. Now, the question is, against Brad Lord, can they score, say, 4 or 5 runs today? Brad usually only pitches like roughly 1.5 innings, but more recently for this month, on the 28th and 22nd, he pitched 4 or more. One game, he allowed 1 hit, which was the 28th, and 2 Ks, but this 22nd against Cincinnati, he allowed 6 hits, 1 strikeouts. That game, he did not allow any scores, and Washington scored, who he plays for the Nationals, they scored 6 runs. So that's what that happened. But again, he still allowed 6 hits. That was interesting that he allowed so many hits, but however it went, Cincinnati only scored 1 run that game. And then against Houston, because Houston hasn't really been scoring any runs at all, because I was trying to think if I wanted to take them for, say 4 runs at least. The last 10 games, they only hit 4 runs 3 times. So it's just like, I'm gonna just go a different route with them. So for this game, CJ's in the weak spot. Josh is in the weak spot because I looked at him. Looked at Lau. So Bryce is in the weak spot. Brad, does he struggles more against righties. Pitch mix is down, but again, whether it's right or left. Let's see. Okay, he allowed some hits on the 22nd. He didn't allow anything on the 28th. But again, like I said, he's not pitching that much prior to those 2 days. So not that much. Like literally only 1 to 2 innings. So, he was getting some strikeouts back in May. So my question is, does he pitch, say, 4 or 5 innings today against Milwaukee? That's the question. And then Logan, he's allowed some hits. He's averaging 4. He's struggling against righties. Pitch mix is down. He's been a lot. Well, this was back in May. He was allowing some hits. So that's what I'm saying. This game, personally, I kind of feel like it can go under, because I kind of feel like both these pitchers may not pitch that many innings. They may be swapping out a lot of bullpens, so not a lot of runs. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I kind of feel like yesterday and the day before was the best spot to put basically the Brewers down for 5, 6, 7 runs in the game, maybe even 8, compared to today where they may only score 3 at most. Again, might. I don't know. It just depends on if Brad pitches the most, how he's going to be pitching to them. Are they going to be able to read his pitches and handle business? So, because we could look at, like me personally, I don't think I'm going to put any player props down for this specific game, just being honest. I feel like that's why I actually put them on this ticket, just in case they are still able to get 3 runs and win the game 3-0 type of thing. And I think this is on here too. Yeah, and then that was the other reason why I did the under 6, because I'm just looking at the info. I was just like, well, I'm personally just probably going to just skip this whole game, player prop wise, because we just don't know what's happening. But at the same time, Washington can still be in a spot where they, again, per what Logan has done the last few games, back in May, where he was allowing so many hits, Washington finally get some hits and score some runs, and you know what I mean. Maybe still get 5 runs or 4 runs and win the game by 4-1 or 4-0 or 4-3 type of thing. So the under just sounded more enticing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just really didn't see anything per this game. So I'm personally you're just looking at this for yourself. And even, let's go to the actual stuff for Milwaukee. If you want to look at any of this stuff, here you go. Like Washington looks the best per their data, just personally, but you could still probably maybe take Andrew Vaughn because his barrel is up. Christian Yelich, his stuff is pretty much green almost all the time. Again, Bryce is in the weak spot, but he's struggling against righties. He's struggling against the pitch mix. He's been getting under the ball more recently. He just hasn't been able to get anything really, right? Last 5 games he's really been struggling compared to prior. So that's what I'm saying. He's in a weak spot. He might go yard. He might not. Yeah, he's 50-50 on most of his stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm personally just gonna just skip this game. That's why I did what I did. So there's that. Now, Royals, Blue Jays. Here's the thing. So, Seth Lugo is pitching. Chris Bassett is pitching, right? They both pitched over 100 games. But per their home run stuff, they still haven't hit 20, right? Still sitting under that number. Now, Seth has the better hard hit percentage, plus the barrel percentage, compared to Chris. Both sides, when you were looking at this, the first 4 to 5 batters have mostly green info. Here specifically, that's the thing. They haven't confirmed the Royals lineup. They have confirmed the the Blue Jays lineup. So we can look at the weak spot. Vinny is back in the weak spot. Salvador is back in the weak spot. While again, we're still looking for more info per the actual pitcher that may actually allow some runs against Blue Jays, against Toronto. The question that was running through my mind is, since these two batters are in the weak spot, we're looking at the OPS stuff. Looks like OPS wise, it's like maybe Chris, per the OPS, per the batting order, has a little bit more in the midst of his barrel and hard hit being lower, but his hard hit is, his home run fastball percentage is a bit higher than Seth's. But again, I kind of feel like when I looked at this info, I'm like, okay, still waiting on the Royals to update their lineup. But I kind of feel like this game could go either way. It could either go over or under the total. There's still a chance that both teams can score maybe 3 or 4 runs. So Vinny, as always, he's always been a look, for the most part, in the midst of his data being the way that it is. But again, he's been struggling the last few games. But he has a positive against Chris. He bats well against righties. 50-50 against the pitch mix. He does hit the sinker. He does hit the cutter, right? Line drive. He's been getting under the ball. EV's still good, basically. So he's green away, green during the day, struggling in the month of August, though, with 1 hit. Green on Sundays, green versus righties, 50-50 batting third. But his OPS is still good at 744. I personally, because again, it's a Sunday, personally feel like you could possibly take him because he hasn't done anything in the last 3 games. To me, kind of looks like maybe even like every 4th game, maybe he does something. Even if it's, say, 2 HRRs. Now, the middle, stroke, right? When you're really looking at the info, even a little bit further back, beginning of the month, like he did something, didn't do something, through 4 games. By the 5th game, he did get something. And then he struggled. Around the 5th game, he got something. But again, he trying to find, so we're at that point. We're at the 5th game. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this could be a possible trend. By the 5th game, he possibly get 2 or more HRRs today against Chris. So there's that. Let's look at Salvador. Because Salvador went yesterday. One of my brothers, if he's still here. Yeah, fam. You called Salvador. He came through for you, but the other cat didn't. I know you were swole, right? He had 5 total bases last night. Swole, missed opportunity, 4 HRRs. But he had back-to-back home runs. But he's struggling against Chris. But he bats well against righties. He's sort of kind of hitting the fastball, sort of kind of hitting the slider. He hits the sinker, right? Which he pitches the most. So that's still a spot. 33% line drive, which is great. He's hitting righties. So Salvador is like an automatic lock, automatic pick that I personally feel like I should take for maybe 3 HRs at best, because that's what he's at. Maybe 3, maybe stick with a 2, maybe do a tour. If I, well, you know, again, it's a Sunday. Let me look at Chris. Let me see. So what is he's a righty. I had to really look at this. Okay. He's been allowing home runs, singles, and all that. Yeah. I personally would take Salvador for 3 HRRs. Let's look at Bobby. Let's look at John first. Let's see. So on 2, he's struggling versus the pitchers. He's struggling in the pitch mix. Line drive is down. He bats well enough during the day. He's batting great in the month of August with 2 hits out of 6 at bats. Struggling on Sundays. Struggling versus righties. Struggling batting first. Which, again, he just might get 2 or 3 HRs today in the midst of his data looking the way that it is. Bobby, he did not come through yesterday. Had him on a ticker for 2 total bases. He didn't do anything. So I kind of have the feeling that he's probably going to do something today. Maybe, possibly, right? Maybe. Let me see. So he's green during the day, green away. He just has 1 hit in August. Not yet. Okay. Well, there's DraftKings. He's batting great on Sundays, 835 OPS. Batting great versus righties, 826 OPS. Still batting great. You can round that 9, make it 5. 500 slug. 832 OPS. So he's still doing his thing. And he bats well against the, what is it? Okay, let me see. So he bats well against the fastball, which doesn't get started. Well, hold on, let me see. So he's struggling against the slider. Cutter, struggling. Curveball. What about the sinker? Sinker he hits. So sinker he hits. And the curveball he hits. So those 2 he does hit. So still consider maybe that. Nathan. Struggling to do anything. But he bats well against righties. Now Seth pitches very well against lefties though. Struggling with the pitch mix. Hasn't really done anything versus righties more recently. He's 0-4 in August. Struggling on Sundays, but he bats well against righties. 756 OPS. Just don't know where he's batting at in the order currently. Okay, Chicago just updated. Okay. Vlad. He did not do anything home run wise. Anything at all. But he has a positive against Seth. He bats well against either pitcher. He hits the fastball. He hits the sinker. So it's already looking good. Green at home, green during the day. But he's struggling in the month of August. 1 hit, 7 at bats. But his OPS is still good. The main reason that is because he hit a home run. Batting well on Sundays, well enough. Batting well on versus righties. Again, we just don't know where he's at. So Vlad is still a look, possibly. Garcia. Nothing yesterday. That's right, I had him on my ticket. Okay, he's hitting the sweeper. And he's hitting the curveball. See, that's why I'm saying this game could go either way. Over or under, per the pitchers, what they're doing. He's green away during the day. He's struggling 2 against in the month of August. 9 at bats with only 2 hits. He has a 444 OPS. Bats great on Sundays, 930 OPS. Bats well enough versus righties, 794 OPS. Oh yeah, your boy. What did he do yesterday? He did nothing yesterday. He did something the day before. He just, I guess, in his debut, because I didn't even know he got traded here. I didn't even know Mike got sent here. Okay, he's hitting the cutter. But his numbers are just red for most of his main splits. Okay. No, I did not look at Addison. Did Addison do anything yesterday? No. He's 0-2 in 6 pitches. Thrown to him against Seth. See, he doesn't throw the slider that much, and he can hit the slider. He's 50-50 against the changeup. Struggles against the fastball. Line drive. Yeah, he's still struggling in general to really hit the ball. Green during the day, green at night. Struggling on Sundays. Struggling on in a month. 1 hit. 50-50, but his slug is great. His OPS is great on Sundays. And he bats great versus righties. So I'm just like, I don't know about Addison, though. That's the thing. And then let's look at Ernie real quick. Now, he's been hitting righties. I could say that much more recently. Getting some singles, at least. Yeah, Toronto's been struggling to really do anything so far. A lot of them only have 1 hit, maybe 2. But again, per the info, I personally would more than likely what to say, Bobby. See, he's been struggling against righties. Okay, maybe I'll just take Salvador. So I'll just do that. Salvador for that game. For say 3 HRRs, and then I'll probably pick see it. So for the Mets game, right? Carson is pitching. Doesn't have that many pitches. He may not play the whole game. He's only averaging almost 2 innings. Sorry. He's averaging 5 innings pitched, while Frankie's averaging 5. But Carson's only pitched in 5 for the season, right? He's thrown to righties more than anything. So Pete would automatically be a look. Okay, Francisco just might go yard because he's in the weak spot. Some random cat that I don't even know about. Don't know who he is. He just might go yard today. He's had a couple singles and double and a triple against lefties last week of July. So green during the day. He's green on green on Sundays. Look at that. 1.09 OPS. He's struggling in the month of August though. Struggling versus lefties though. But he basically bats well, batting ninth. He hits the changeup. That's about it. So I don't know about. Oh wait, I was looking at the wrong thing. Where was I? Who was I looking at? I was looking at Francisco down here. That's why. Okay, Mullins. He had 3 HRRs last night or yesterday. I remember. I was like, that missed opportunity. Okay, he hits the changeup. He's struggling against the sinker and the slider. But again, versus lefties, he was hitting lefties. The back end of July. Okay. See, he's struggling against lefties, struggling against the pitch mix, struggling to find the ball. So, oops. I don't know. Did I put them? I thought I put. Maybe I didn't. Nope, I did not. I'm taking a chance with the Mets. That's what I'm doing. That's why I was saying I think on this ticket originally I think I had San Fran, and I was like, well, let me take the Mets instead. But now really looking at it, I was like, I should have stuck with the San Fran. They have more batters in the weak spot, much more batters in the weak spot. I really got that feeling that San Fran is going to score like 5 to 7 runs today. Just being honest, look at this. Facing off against a righty. Most of their batters are it's a mixture of lefty and righty. Devers is in the weak spot. He's struggling to get HRRs. He's struggling to get total bases though too. His ISO is the only thing that's down against Frankie. He's struggling against the pitch mix. He's been getting on the ball, but he just can't get it out. Now I'm like that because I don't even think I put him down. I don't think I did. No. I just looked at that too. I forgot. So I should have put them down for under 6 runs because this might not. Again, it might not. But again, I kind of had that feeling that San Fran, because Willie went yard yesterday. He had 4 TBs, 4 HRRs. He's positive against Frankie. He bats well against righties. And he's been hitting righties. He only has 1 hit on August, 50-50 on Sundays, green versus righties, struggling batting third. It's not where he bats the most, but one of the most spots where he bats the most. Dominic Smith, he went yard yesterday. Positive spot versus Frankie. Sort of kind of getting total bases. Definitely getting 3 HRRs, averaging basically. He's averaging 2, but for the most part, whenever he does get him, he gets 3. He can hit the fastball, and that's pretty much it. But he's been hitting more recently against righties. Green during the day and away. Green in August. Green on Saturdays. Green versus righties. Just struggling batting fifth. Where he bats the most. Casey Schmidt. 2 total base. Total bases looks like that's his better spot. He bats well against righties. He's 0-2 against Frankie. He can hit the sinker. That's about it. But he's been struggling to get righties over the last week. He's batting well in a month. Batting great on Sundays versus righties and batting 6. It's the only Francisco can hit the changeup. That's about it. Okay. Still no scores run for the Astros Sox game. Okay. Again, my like something's telling me that San Fran is more than likely possibly gonna win this game, score a lot of runs, but again, really diving into the data, it's also kind of telling me that the under in the total can hit. Which is 8.5. Now they're actually believing that the over is going to hit. The books do at -115. That plus 100 is actually looking way more enticing, to be honest. And I think it's only because of Frankie more than Carson, if anything, to be honest. But we'll see. If anything, if anything, I would go. You know, I didn't even look at Ramos here. What's he doing? Nothing really. He hits the sinker more than anything and the sweeper, but he doesn't throw the sweeper that much. He hits the changeup, but he doesn't see it that much. He hits righties. He bats well on Sundays versus righties and batting first, where he bats the most. Ramos may or may not get two HRs today. So like I said, I personally, I didn't even look at Matt. I gotta skip Matt. Well, Matt, he's struggling. He doesn't throw the sweeper that much. His line drive is great. He was hitting basically the back half of the middle. But since then, he hasn't been able to find the ball. He bats well during away. He's 0-6 in the month of August. So he's 50-50 the rest of his data. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I'm picking any player to do anything, it would probably be Smith. He looked the best. HRR is the one that stands out the most. It's just you're hoping that he sees the fastball, reads it, and handles business. Kind of feel like he could get these 3 HRRs at most. Give me one moment, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I had to go get my favorite combo. Crackers and cream cheese, son. This will be my lunch once again for the afternoon. Okay. Now this could be a spot where Marlins actually do something. This technically could be a high scoring game. One of the reasons why, again, Luis Gil is pitching, no stats, but he allows hits as far as last year's stats, right? He's a righty. Edward is pitching. He allows hits for the most part. He's struggling against lefties and righties. Let's see. Somewhat allowing some hits more recently over the last week or so, right? So I feel like Yankees could still possibly score 4 runs, 5 runs type of thing today. And I could possibly see the same thing happening for the Marlins. They only scored, 2 runs yesterday in a win. Ramirez was the only one that scored for them. He had back-to-back home runs. He hits righties, right? He hits the fastball and the sweeper, and the curveball and the splitter. Again, no data. Can't tell what Luis pitches, what he throws. Cody is the only one in the weak spot. He's, once again, the same thing with Stowers. He's lefty versus righty. Cody probably, maybe possibly go yard. Again, possibly. But he's 1 for 5 against, in 5 at-bats, he only has 1 hit out of 29 pitches thrown to him. But again, he's batting well against lefties and righties. He can hit the changeup, which is thrown a lot. He can hit the sinker, which is still thrown a lot. Line drive is great, 27%. The first 2 months of August, he only has 1 hit. That's at least what it looks like. Maybe 2. Yeah, 1 hit out of 9 at-bats. So he's struggling currently. 50-50 on Sunday. Bats well versus righties. Bats decent enough at third, where he bats the most. Me looking at the data, I would probably put him down for HRRs, personally. Let's look at Ben. And like I said, Yankees are in a spot where they could possibly get some runs today. Look like that. Did that update to Pirates? I missed it. Okay, the only spot in the pitch mix, he's hitting the sinker for Ben Rice. But he's mostly been struggling against righties more recently. The last week. 2 hits out of 4 at bats. 50-50 on Sundays. 50-50 versus righties. Struggling batting second, where he bats the most. Curious. Trent. Nothing. Didn't do anything yesterday. I think he was in a weak spot the first, if I remember correctly. I think. That's the reason why he did what he did. He hits the changeup. He hits the fastball. Same thing as Ben Rice, struggling versus righties. He's green during the day and away, green in the month, green on Saturdays. Sundays. Green versus righties, but struggling batting first. Still, positive look for say 2 total base, 2 HRRs type of thing. At least my personal opinion. Stanton, righty versus righty. He didn't do anything yesterday. Now, last time when he faced a couple of righties, he went yard. Basically. Let me see. He can hit the fastball and the slider and the sinker. But he just struggles against the changeup. He mostly throws the slider and sinker and curveball. So there's still a chance that Stanton could do something today. Stanton is a look for me personally. Man, there's just so much with the Yankees, man, because they did these trades and stuff. It's like, man, like they just continuously just want New York to be a baseball spot. Okay, Jazz can hit this sinker. Maybe the fastball, but he throws it, but not that much. But he's been struggling more recently, the last few days. But at least he did have 2 HRs at the end of the month, back to back. Okay, Stanton for sure looks like the spot that I would go. Let me look at Ryan here. Ryan might be a look for HRRs. He's the fastball. 50-50 on the changeup. Now, he was hitting righties more recently at the end of the month. But he's struggling during the day and away. 50-50 on Sundays. 50-50 versus righties. He bats really well batting 7th. That's where he bats the most. Again, Ryan still looks like a spot for HRRs. Batting well on August, struggling on Sundays. Okay, 50-50 versus righties in 8th. Okay. That's the Yankees. Like I said, Stanton looks the best. Let's look at the homie Kyle. He did go yard in the first. He's struggling batting second, though. Okay, you didn't do anything yesterday. Okay. Last few days, he's sort of kind of been getting some hits. That's why his HRs are up. Okay, 50-50 pretty much in most of his splits. Like I said, Augustin, he went yesterday. Excuse me. Okay, Hicks. Nothing yesterday. He's been really struggling to find the ball more recently. He's green at home and during the day, and in the month of August, struggling on Sundays. Bats well versus righties. 50-50 batting fourth. Now his average is up, but his slug is down. But he still has a good OPS of 7.28. Maybe possibly a look. Look at Otto. He didn't do anything yesterday. He has the four seam and the sweeper and the cutter. Sort of kind of hitting, sort of kind of not last few days. One hit so far in the month. Bats well versus righties. Bats well batting fifth. Still could be a look. Roberto. 3 straight games. Well, he had 2 HRs. Well, technically for the month, he's basically only got one thing happening for him. EV's up. It's just he just hasn't done much. He bats great during the day. 102 OPS. He has no hits on Sunday. No hits, but he bats great on Sundays. He could be a look for HRs. And he bats great batting 7. I would personally possibly take him. He hits the sinker. So maybe Jazz and Herberto, maybe? I'm really deciding to put something down. What's that? Oh, Carrera hit a home run. Was he in the weak spot? He was. Carrera went. So only Sanchez and Carrera got a hit for Houston. Ref Snyder, Roman Anthony, Story, and Rafala have a hit. Only Anthony has 2 total bases, while Sanchez and Carrera have 2 or more total bases. Sanchez has 2, while Carrera has 4. Now, all I need is... Oh, Boston just scored. So Story, he singled. So he has 3 HRs. Oh man. Well, looks like I did not say I messed up. I was supposed to go back in and swap this ticket, swap this pick. I forgot. Because it looks like Boston's about to get their third run, those 3 runs that I was gonna put in for. What was the one that I said? I think I was saying Salvador. So maybe Salvador and Herberto. Maybe if I do Salvador and Herberto for 3 HRRs. And just like that, I was right. I was right in my call that I should have did and I forgot. Boston just got 3 runs. That ticket is officially done. Only thing that I can really do is okay, Carrera got the 3. I just need Gonzalez to get 2 more and this ticket will cash. Only thing I can think to do is just go back in and put these 4 down. Probably what I'm gonna do right now. Like I said, I forgot to swap that first one. Like I said, that first ticket is done. Okay, now that ticket is reset. Missed opportunity possibly, maybe. I'm logging back into DraftKings. HRR. Salvador for 3 HRRs plus 170. Hmm. Actually, might be better if I put Stowers down, because his is lower. His is a plus 175. Because the real gamble is this plus 285 for Roberto to get. I mean, the smarter play would be to put him down for 2 HRRs at plus 130. If I take him for the plus 285, that's plus 939. But if I do Stowers for the 3, that's a plus 642. So I'll just do Stowers instead. So Salvador Perez and Stowers, 3 plus HRs, plus 642 over on DraftKings. Again, in hopes that this will come through. Hopes that they handle business. They make the magic happen, Captain. Okay. All right. So yesterday, both teams, I think they both scored like 5 or more runs yesterday for the Twins Guardians game. Well, Joey's pitching. Looks like he doesn't pitch maybe that much. I don't know. Means he's usually pitched 2. How's that? Usually pitch 2, Jose. So this might be a game that I just don't bet on personally. Man. So, this ticket is officially done. Boston scored for 6 runs. That's why I try to say, try your best not to put like the first game in. You know what I mean? Like, try to keep a lot of the other games together. and these type of games separate. So this ticket is done, but we'll see what happens with the rest of the ticket once the day is over with, just to see if any of those picks went through. So this is another game that I probably would more than likely skip, because again, they're going against pitchers that probably, maybe, possibly, may not pitch in. Just being honest here. Granted, Joey, his hard hit is higher than Jose. Kyle's in the weak spot. Jose's a righty. He hits the changeup. He's 50-50 against the sinker. And he's 50-50 versus the slider. More recently against righties, he was hitting. Line drive is 20. 50-50 away during the day. Struggles in August. He bats really well on Sundays. 848 OPS. 50-50 versus righties and 50-50 batting fourth. Looks like he's more of a HRR guy more than anything. And the singles guy. Look at that. Look at all this. He was on how many games? Just from the 22nd. So he was on a 9-game stretch of getting a single. Man, missed opportunity. Okay. All right, Kyle. Okay. Daniel, he went yard yesterday. Looking more of a HRR guy. He's batting well in the month of August. Now he's struggling batting second, though. Okay. So Jose went yard yesterday. 5 TBs, missed opportunity. 6 HRs, missed opportunity. But he's 1 for 5 against Jose. But that one hit is a home run. He bats well against righties. He hits the sinker. He hits the forcing, but he doesn't see that much. He doesn't throw it that much. Struggles against the changeup. Sort of kind of struggling against righties more recently. Green at home, green during the day, green in the month of July. Struggling on Sundays. Green versus righties, green batting third. So he's there. It's like when he's hitting, he's at least getting 2 HRRs. So you could probably still take him for 2 HRRs, but again, we don't know what these two teams are really going to do. Okay. Nice. Like I said, I personally would stay away from the game just because because again, it's Sunday. Because that's what they'll do. They'll have the pitcher pitch for like 2 innings, and then they'll just keep rotating pitchers through the rest of the game and mess up the flow of the game, and then the under hits. It's the cheese. You got a feeling about Bobby? No. Well, like, remember what I told you? You got the feeling, put it down, man. Just put the ticket in, even if you bet $2. Put it down. That's right. Warner went yesterday on some random cheese. I only think he was in the weak spot yesterday. Man, let me see. Yep. All I need is. Okay, never mind. I was thinking the wrong thing. Something was kind of telling me, and it missed me putting my Carrera and Gonzalez ticket in. Something was sort of kind of telling me to put Roman Anthony down again because he currently has 2 HRRs right now and 2 at bats. So but Gonzalez, he's only been at bat once so far. So there's that. I think I saw a little bit more with the Guardians yesterday, which I was right about because they did score a lot of runs. But again, so did Minnesota. But like I said, per the pitchers that are in, they may not even play that much. Now this game, I feel like Chicago can score 4 or 5 runs today against Brandon Young here. Against my O's. Now PCA is back in the weak spot. He hasn't done anything the first two days of the month. He's still, you know what I mean? He's still green. His data is still green. Outside of August, his main splits are still green. He's still right there. And that's the thing. He hasn't really hit it. He only hit 1 home run in the last 10 games. So today might be the day where he goes yard. But Suzuki, he's in the weak spot. He might go yard. He's due to hit a home run. But he too hasn't done anything. He's basically red against the pitch mix for 50-50 for. He's struggling to find the ball. 50-50. He's 0-5. No hits in the month yet. 50-50 on Sundays. 50-50 versus righties. 50-50 batting third. Both these batters are due. Who are in the weak spot. Is there anybody else? Oh, look at that. Willie's in the weak spot. Nico's in the weak spot. Swanson's in the weak spot. Uh-oh, Gunner's in the weak spot. He went yesterday. I think he went late yesterday, if I remember. He's green versus the fastball. So he's basically green per his main splits. Gunner may go yard. But again, I kind of feel like this is a Cubs day. I feel like they can probably score 6 to 9 runs today against my O's. Just being honest. Okay, Kyle hasn't done anything HR wise the first couple of days into August. But he's green versus righties and batting second, even though he's struggling on Sundays even too, sort of, kind of. Put him on HRR, nice. Let's look at Willie. Willie did, crap. I thought Willie had 3 HRRs yesterday or something. Oh wait, yeah. That's right. Because we did win yesterday. Yeah, Willie and Horner had 4 HRRs. They were only like really for like Hap had 2, and McGuire had 2. Outside of that, everybody else just struggled. Yeah, that's right. Because Gunnar was the only one that went yesterday. Westberg was the only one that had 3 or more HRRs. He had 4. Jay Jackson, not Jeremy Jackson, not Jackson Holiday. Jeremy Jackson had 2 hits. Rutschman had 1. So there's that. So I kind of feel like I said, this could be still a spot. Maybe. Ultimately, we'll see what happens, because Brandon, you never know, he might actually try to do something today. I mean, he's green against this stuff. He's green with his pitch mix, right? So we'll see. Excuse me. But I'm personally sticking with the teams. I took the I think if I remember correctly, I took Chicago to score. We'll see if Chicago can get 3 runs before So we'll see. Oh man. So Buccos versus the Rockies. What a game yesterday. What a game during the series, right? I kept telling myself yesterday, I knew I should have taken the Rockies in a straight bet for 7 runs, maybe even 8 yesterday. It was I think for the 7, I think it was at plus 200 something. Yeah, Brandon actually looks like he'll do something today. But I knew in my heart of hearts to take the Rockies in a straight bet, put $5 down on that plus value ticket, and I would have walked away with some extra funds in my pocket. It was right there. And because eventually they got 8 runs. They won 8-5 against the Bucks. Bucks scored 5, which is great, but we just lost the game. Oh, look who's in the weak spot. Look who's in the weak spot now. Back-to-back days, but this time he's batting 8th. Is this young man going to go back-to-back? He's facing off against Bradley. He pitches well against both sides. He doesn't get that many. Oh, well, hold on. Let me see. Hold on, Doc. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Okay, he pitches 4 innings. He at least is out there for 4. Almost half. He struggled. He's more, well, hard hit wise, he's allowing more hard hits to the right-handers. So is your boy gonna hit a home run? Plus 525. Is he gonna get 2 to 4, maybe more total bases, 2 to 4, maybe more HRRs today in a back-to-back spot for him? He definitely hits the fastball. Struggles against the slider. Well, sort of, kind of. He's 50-50. And once again, he's green per mostly all of his splits. 50-50 batting 8th, though. So he was in the perfect spot technically yesterday because he bats. He has 3 hits and 6 at-bats. And all 3 of those hits are home runs. So I know he's upset. He's like, "Dag." Because now Spencer is back in his original spot, batting first. Now Spencer hits righties. Most of his splits are struggles though. Okay, so the Rockies haven't confirmed their stuff. But Tommy's in the weeks. He gets total bases and HRRs. He hits the slider and the cutter. He's been hitting righties. He's green during the day. He's struggling the month so far. He's basically almost super green Sundays. Green versus righties and struggling batting 5th. His better spot is 4th. Okay. Again, Mitch still allows hits, averaging 5 hits a game. He struggles against righties. His pitch mix is down. He gets strikeouts though. Curious. Gosh darn Butterfingers. It's a butter. It's a jiggy baby. I need to rewatch that movie, man. So he is okay. So Jordan hits the fastball and he hits the sinker. So he's in the spot currently. Line drive's great. Okay, cool. Colorado just and the White Sox just did too. So Tyler's the only one in the weak spot. Yeah. You're doing awesome. You're doing great. Say, hell of the God. Hell of the God. I'm about to just go back and rewatch a lot of the early 2000s, late 90s movies, dog, because those are the flicks, man. Okay. Let's see. Mickey. Mickey had 3 total bases, 3 HRRs yesterday. He hits the fastball, struggles against the slider. He hit the sweeper. Well, he's batting great on Sundays. I'm curious now. This is plus 480. My Mickey might be the look. All right. And like I said, Jordan, he's the look for the fastball, for the sinker. Just struggles against the sweeper. See? Did let me see. Did Warming do anything yesterday? I can't even remember. What am I doing? Yeah, he did. He had 4 HRs yesterday. See, Warming's on a heater. Okay. Okay. See, Tovar is actually looking fairly decent. So Moniak, Jordan, and Warmer look the best currently from what I could tell. Goodman hits the slider and the sinker, which is good. Okay. Technically all 4. If I had to pick, I'll pick Moniak and Warming for 3 HRRs, to be honest. Let me see. Braves hit. They just scored some more. Yeah, okay. So Moniac is a plus 120. Warming is a plus 130 for 3 HRRs. That's a plus 322. We'll just do that. Okay. Pena hasn't done anything at all. Okay. Oh. Rodriguez, you have a lot of what you call us here, sir? See the homie Nick Kersey went cold. Yeah, the homie Nick Kersey went cold. Now, Shea, he's still doing this thing. He had 3 total bases last night, 3 HRRs. He has a positive against Eduardo and 17 pitches thrown to him and 5 at bats. So he struggles during the day and on Sundays. Right. He's 1 hit and 4 at bats against Rodriguez. He has to change up in this, yeah, pretty much a change. One hit and 8 at bats for the month. Struggling on Sundays. Okay. Corbin, you went yard yesterday. So he's struggling in the month, struggling on Sundays, but he bats well, batting first. For Corbin. This is Blaze. Somebody random who just might go yard today. He just might. Lourdes. The only thing he's hitting, well, he hits the sweep. That's the only thing he. Okay. Not seeing too much of anything with batters. Hmm. Yeah. Jake barely pitches roughly he basically pitches 2, roughly, maybe possibly 3. More hard hits against lefties. So Carroll, Jake, even, maybe, possibly, maybe. Could be a day that Arizona scores. Okay. Sean Burks, Jack. Oh, Toshman. Toshman might show up. Toshman might do something. Okay, it's the fastball and the sinker. More so getting on base against the fastball. Sinker. Same thing. He bats great on Sundays. I would consider taking Toshman for 3 HRRs. Let me look at Mike first. Mike hits the sinker, not the... Nope, he struggles against the slider. He can hit the 4-seam. He's struggling on Sundays, though. 50-50 versus righties and third. But Odell... He's just been struggling to do anything. He had 1 home run against the 4-seam, some doubles and singles. And then the slider... He was struggling against... He had some singles, but that's pretty much all. Okay. So... Toshman looks good. Rob. HRR. He's on the struggle bus. Mostly red on his splits. But he was still getting HRRs though. Colson. This cat. Just a home run machine the last week and a half, something like that. He brought that energy in on the first, at least. He's hitting the sinker. A little bit of the fastball. He had 1 home run and a single. Excuse me, versus the fastball. Against the sinker, a double and a single. Okay. Colson still looks good for HRRs at least. Look at Sosa here. Oh man, HR machine. He's been hitting righties. Struggling on Sundays, bats well enough against righties. Batting great, batting second. So Sosa and Tauchman look the best for 3 HRRs. That's probably what I'm about to do right now. Hold on. I forgot about Andrew. Hold on. Now he's been struggling. He's 1-9 against Jack. Okay. Edgar. Okay, you've been struggling. So Sosa and let me see. Oh, he's 2 for 2 in August. Look at that. Mr. Tibbs. They call me Mr. Tibbs. Okay. We got some action in this Speedway Classic. Braves are up 3-2 right now. Who did I put on my... Oh, okay. That's right. I have Freeman down for 2 HRs. He has 2 hits. Will Smith down. I think he has a hit. Yeah, he has a hit. And so does Brandon. And that's it. Because Yandy doesn't have anything. Man. All right. I think I'm about to call it because I'm getting tired. I think I can go any longer. Last pick will be the White Sox. Be it. Yeah. Where in the world are they at? Huh. Sosa is a plus 135 for 3 HRRs, and Toshman, same thing, plus 135. 3 HRRs, plus 325. That'll do. And that's that. It's in the stream. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging. Fam, thanks for coming through. But I'm out. Gonna go lay down. Probably put a show on or something. Just chill out. Maybe even fall asleep. I don't know. Feeling like I could take a nap, but I probably won't. But I'm out. Enjoy the rest of the evening, noon, and night. Stay safe. Stay humble. Hope you all have a good, great, and safe, humbling first week of August to come soon. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.